Hi guys, so today we're going to be making puff puff. I'm going to be showing you a simple and easy way how to make puff puff, also known as golden balls. It's just basically flour, yeast, and sugar. Very simple, very easy to make, to fry, and very little time as well. But before we get into the making, the first thing you're going to do is to get a warm water. I just microwave this water and I'm going to be adding my yeast. Yeast is the most important thing in puff puff. That's what gives it that puff. Guys, the heat in Cyprus is honestly so unbearable, super unbearable. I've been one to always say I'm a huge fan of summer, not winter. But guys, these past few days, I honestly don't think I can cope anymore. And we're just starting. This is just June. Can you guys believe? So I'm just going to be using 1 tablespoon of yeast. I'm going to add just a little bit. We'll leave it to sit for probably 5 minutes or less. Now let's move on to making the actual puff puff. Guys, it's very simple, very easy. You can have it as late night snack. It's just something to, you can keep at home to have as late night snack or midday snack. Just anytime you feel like having any munchies, this is a perfect snack for you. We're going to start with our flour. I won't be making a lot, so you can use the same recipe for any quantity you would want. I would say for the yeast, it depends on the quantity actually. If you're going to be making a large amount, you can't use the same amount of yeast, but this flour I'll be using, the quantity is still too much, but I'll just make do with this one. So we have our flour. I'm going to add in a pinch of salt, as little as it. I'm going to add in my bowl, and then I'm going to add sugar. That's the next ingredient, next and last ingredient actually. Guys, I told you guys it's very simple, super simple. And for this sugar, I'm just going to eyeball it till I think is enough. And yeah, I think that sugar is enough. Just give it a little mix, and guys, that is it. We're just going to turn our yeast mixture into it, properly mix it, and we're Gucci. Like I said, very simple, very easy. So now I'm just going to create a little hole in the middle. You can see the yeast has dissolved. It's no longer floating on the surface. Just give it a good mix. Pour it into your mixture. This water is not going to be enough, so I just add a little bit more, and then you're going to mix very fast, super fast, so you don't create lumps or you don't have lumps. Okay, as you can see, the water is not enough. Quickly add a little bit more and mix. Oh my god, it's been a while I made puff puff, and I think I added so much water, but that's not a problem, because you could easily add flour to give it the thick consistency. Right now I have the batter for pancakes, and I'm not making pancakes, so let me add a little bit more flour. There's a specific consistency you want to get. It shouldn't be watery, it shouldn't be thick, but it should be thick enough for you to be able to mold, So guys, this is what the consistency should look like. So you could easily scoop it with your hands or the spoon to the oil. Very easy, super easy, less time consuming, and very delicious. This is what your batter should look like. And yeah, that's it, we're done. I'm just going to let it sit for 30 minutes, but seeing the way it's super hot, I'm not sure I'm going to have to wait for 30 minutes before it rises. So I'll see you guys once it's ready to fry. So guys, we're ready to fry. As you can see, it has doubled in size. It's supposed to double in size because of the yeast activation. So we're just going to go into frying, but before we fry, we have to mix it to let out the air. And also, guys, very important, your mixture should not be covered for more than 30 minutes to 1 hour, depending on how the weather is over there. If not, sometimes it's just going to overflow till it overflows over. You can see it was somewhere just where it is right now, and it rose to this point. If I had left it for extra 30 minutes, it would have been overflowing. So you also have to be mindful of that your mixture is not supposed to sit for more than 30 minutes to 40 minutes, maximum 1 hour. So puff puff requires deep frying. So I'm going to be using my frying pan. It's a bit deep, and then the oil quantity as well has to be a lot, because like I said, we're going to be deep frying. So I'm just going to turn on my oil. When it gets hot, then we start frying. Guys, this is very, very simple, extremely simple, and with probably 3 to 4 tries, you should be good. And then also, another important thing to note when frying puff puff is your oil should not be extremely hot. If it's extremely hot, the outer part is going to be well fried, it's going to be golden, but the inside would be raw. For example, now I'm using this tiny one to check the degree of the hotness of the oil. If you have a different means, it's fine, but I love to use this to know when the oil is hot for me to start frying. And then once it's time for me to start frying, I actually reduce the fire so it's not too hot. And then after packing the first batch out, before putting the next batch, you also have to reduce the fire a little bit, because the oil is just going to keep getting more hot. And like I said, if your oil is too hot, the outer part is going to be well fried and the inner part will be raw. So you can see the oil is bubbling a little bit, so the oil is getting hot, but we're not there yet. Guys, our oil is hot, and I just dipped my hands into water. That makes the mixture not to stick to my hand and very easy for it to go on the fire. So I just go like this to give it that perfect round shape. It's going to be something like this. You push it out like this, and it's very fine, guys, for you to don't know how to do it that way your first try. This is 2 years, or more than 2 years actually, because I knew how to do it before I even had it as a business. So this is more than 2 years of consistency and practice. So don't be too hard on yourself if yours is not coming out perfectly. As you can see, mine is not perfectly round, so I'm just putting it just a little, because my first fry is usually imperfect, so I love to do just a little, and then the next batch I go in hard. So guys, as you can see, I'm going to reduce the intensity of the flames. I just reduce my fire. You just have to keep turning it till every side is perfectly golden brown. I don't know if you guys can see the first one I started frying. You can see it's almost ready. And guys, there are some times that you will find a lot of stubborn ones, like these ones I'm dealing with today, where you turn them and they won't stay the way you turn them. You just have to keep turning them for everything to be equally fried, or for every side to be equally fried. This is how everything should look, like this. These ones, they're almost ready. Aside these ones, batch is ready. It's gonna go off the fire, then I'll reduce the fire and then go for the last batch. what I'm telling you? See how big it is on fire. It increases in size. I actually wanted to make them small today, but I couldn't. I didn't get it small. Guys, it's just too hot. It's so hot that I can't think, I can't concentrate. I'm so irritated. And right now, standing beside this fire, I want to go crazy. It feels like I want to go crazy, honestly. For someone, I said for someone, for a type like this that refuses to stay, one side is already brown, so you have to hold it down like this so the other side can be brown. And it's not just about brown, it's about it being fried properly. And guys, as you can see, it takes less than 1 hour aside the waiting for it to actually rise, which that should not take more than 30 to 40 minutes, especially in this hot weather. It should not take more than 30 minutes for it to rise. You frying takes literally 20 minutes or less depending on the quantity. So yeah, you should definitely give this a try. You can have it with your cold drink, with tea, with whatever it is you feel like. In fact, on its own, I do use it to eat Nigerian stew. I use it with yaji, that's like a special pepper spice from the northern part of Nigeria. I use egg to eat it. I use so many. You can use just anything. You can also enjoy it straight from fire like this. Very beautiful, very nice, very delicious, perfect snack, and very super easy to do. But I love to enjoy mine straight from fire. Like right now, I'm just going to let it cool for like 3 minutes, and then this is the perfect time to enjoy it because it has that crunch, the fresh hotness, everything. Guys, it's just so nice once you eat it from fire, instead of waiting for it to get completely cold or microwaving it later. This is just the right time to enjoy it. So I'm just going to let it sit for a bit, and then I show you guys what the inside should look like, because it's meant to be soft. Regardless, the crunch I'm talking about is just so little, and the crunch leaves the moment it cools down. So that's why I love to have mine just a few minutes from fire. Guys, can you see? I'm trying to make a video. I don't know where I stopped, and the temperature is too high. So guys, here's the finished products. We're done. This is the quantity that came out from what I showed you guys earlier. This is what your golden balls or puff should look like once you're done. Let me show you guys what the inside looks like. This is how it should feel. Very soft. Can you guys hear the crunch? And then the inside should look like this. It should be properly fried, very soft inside, and it should look like this. And yeah, see how soft it is. This is how your puff should be like. Guys, hear the crunch.